Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Hello there. Okay, now, Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays. Okay, just saw the show, the season. It's called Elf. Okay, I have many problems with this, but I believe it's a Netflix original. It's a Danish movie. Its original title is Nifr, whatever elf is in Danish. Okay, not one of my really go-to languages that I actually watch or understand. So, yeah, a lot of subtitles and a lot of misinterpretations, and yeah, just because. Okay, so this family leaves the city to go to the country because the parents work so much and they never actually have time with their kids that they just wanted to have a family holiday. They just wanted to spend time with their family. So they go to this island in the middle of nowhere that doesn't even have like internet access, nothing, to get in touch with nature and just with the family. Apparently, this island has a walled off section of the forest, which inside there are elves. But not like well, technically they are the original Grimm fairy tale elf-like creatures. The very horror, very gore, very hungry, very evil-like creatures. Just imagine the original leprechaun just as well, it looks more like a spriggan. It looks more like a tree than anything. So, yeah. And apparently this family has an incredibly dumb daughter who, no matter what she does, she keeps making the same mistake. Her parents hit a creature, and I don't know about you, but if you hit a creature on the road, the thing you're supposed to do is take it out of its misery, or you don't bring roadkill home with you. You don't treat it because you don't know what diseases that thing might have. This girl rides her bike out in the middle of the night to find this roadkill, brings it home. It happens to be a carnivore. It happens to be a baby of smart predatory creatures, and they start to get ravenous behind the wall. And then when they capture the baby and take it back to the parents, she follows them to basically rescue the little baby from its parents. Does that make any sense? Who would go to a bear and take its cub away from them? How dumb do you have to be? So it's just like this girl absolutely knows nothing. And I kept praying that she died. She died. I mean, there was all these scenes that were just like, okay, she has to die. She has to die. Or if anything, her entire family dies and she's the only one to survive. That way she knows she did wrong. And then there was one scene where she gets chained up, and I was like, okay, the best ending would be because she wanted this creature as her pet, but the creature has the ability to talk, has the ability to understand her. And I was hoping it would go the route where he saves her, the creature saves her, but keeps her chained up to that post, but as her pet. And then he brings her food, he brings her all this stuff, keeping her alive because she's its pet. It would be the other way around. After the whole island's been taken over, every person's been killed, and she'd be basically being brought the meat of her parents, because that's the food that the elves would be eating, and might as well give it to her as food. I mean, that would have been an insanely twisted ending, but it would have been justified ending. Not the one we got, which was absolutely trash. Even because even after she got saved, she kept going, oh, come with me, Kiko, come with me, Kiko. I promise to be with you forever. Come with me, Kiko. Don't you see what this little child becomes? It obviously doesn't care. It obviously, the adults kill indiscriminately. It was one of the dumbest shows ever just because of its ending. I was thinking, okay, as long as she dies, it would be acceptable. As long as she's kept as a pet, it would be acceptable. As long as the entire town dies, it will be acceptable. Only the black man who only had 2 scenes, one of which he's standing around crying and then he stands up and sings or hums, and then the second one, he's a corpse. And then his wife, who does it literally the same 2 scenes. So, of course, had to die. Nobody else except one other person who was the first to go to basically get killed died, but none of the family. You got to kill people that we actually absolutely hate, for one, and people we care about. Otherwise, what are the stakes there? I was pissed when Mueller died, and honestly, I did like the grandma. She was the only one talking sense, because the mother was like, you did nothing wrong, you did nothing wrong, and the grandmother's like, yeah, this is all your fault. You've led to so many people dying already. It's all your fault. Live it. Accept it. It's like, okay, yeah, grandma, you got points. You're saying exactly what needs to be said. You're telling the truth. Everyone else has been lying to this child, which is why this child is so freaking stupid. If you raised her, she would have been smart. I mean, look at Liv. Liv is actually intelligent. She knows what she's doing. She does one thing where she leaves the fast-moving vehicle, which they could have used to get away or get to a town or get to a house, and they slept in the forest, which made no sense to me, but whatever. She's the one who grew up there. She's the one that understands that. Oh my gosh, this is just a recap of the entire season. Sorry, spoilers. Oh my gosh. Nifr, a Danish show. It would have been excellent if they would have just gone the ending that I decided, but it's like all these Netflix horror shows, they're like, well, we have to have a kind-hearted ending, so let's not do this. Because look, what was it, the Haunting of Hill House, the whatever it is, where the ending is all acceptable, all welcoming, all crappy. Yeah, when they had a previous episode, which was amazing. Netflix keeps doing that with their scary shows. It's just like they have to end it with a happy ending. It was like, no, absolutely not. Oh, but I digress. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles. Merry Christmas. Toodles.